What's up guys, Jake with TN Tactical Country with a special video. Today we are out here at Palmetto State Armory's The Gathering in Clinton, South Carolina, having a blast, checking out all kinds of really awesome vendors, all kinds of new firearms, accessories, suppressors, and so on. It's a lot to take in. Today we're going to give you our top 5 picks of what we have seen here that just really caught our attention. That we just felt like, man, I think this is something our audience would really like to see. Take it for what you will, a little bit of a different video, but I think it's one that's gonna be worth every minute of your time. Oh my gosh, it's Shane Coley, 3-time world champion. Sir, it's been my hopes and dreams to meet you, sir.
I appreciate that.
So I have to ask you, sir, with our growing audience, how can we not suck as bad?
Well, Call of Duty is like the greatest instructor of our time.
See, every time I get out of the Gulag in Call of Duty, I always think to myself, man, they have a laser on there. Clearly, Shane Coley knows, and he can tell me it's the right thing to have on there, a laser, right?
I mean, if you shot a laser, you can't miss in the Gulag.
Right. So first of all, let's address the elephant in the room. There's a lot of upcoming releases from PSA that were not present at the gathering. For example, the STG-44 was not there. The micro compact dagger that's supposed to be like a Glock 43X clone was not anywhere to be seen. They didn't even have the Jackal variants that were supposed to be like 9mm and so on. They were trying to get them ready for the gathering, but they just ran into a couple of hiccups, so they weren't available to try out. With that being said, let's get into our top 5 guns that we saw at the PSA gathering. 5. Coming in at number 5 is going to be the Springfield Hellion. This is not new, but this is something that we got to try for the first time. It does look like a firearm you would see in Starship Troopers. We got to try it on the first day, and I personally found it to be quite enjoyable to shoot. I found the trigger, which was notoriously known to not be that great, to actually be somewhat acceptable.
I hate it.
Brent, in fact, hated it and thinks it's the worst trigger.
It's the worst I've ever touched.
That he's ever touched. Yeah. Definitely interested now. I shot it like 100 yards, but
I was shooting out at like 200, I think.
And it was, I mean, I enjoyed it.
I mean, it was close. I just didn't love it.
My first shot missed because I had to kind of dial it in, get ready, get used to it. My bad. That was off. After that, every shot hit right on.
I'd just like to leave here for the internet that the guy was like, hey, take a shot with dry fire first here so that you understand what this trigger's like. And if you have to do that, if that's how far your variance is off the standard, maybe there's a little problem. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Training can prevent that issue.
There's a lot of animals in nature that eat their poop again so they get all the nutrients out. I mean, utility, it can go as far as you want to take it.
If nothing else, it makes a top 5 list because of the cool factor.
Oh, it was cool. Now I'll give it that. It was cool. And it was fun to shoot. It was a blast.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
And cool factor, we all know from Call of Duty, is the most important thing of all.
That's right.
4. Number 4 coming in on the top 5 list is going to be the Shadow Systems DR920. The Shadow Systems version of the Glock 34. They have 2 versions. There's an L version for $999, and there's also what we're talking about, the P version that actually has the built-in compensator at the end of the barrel. And it also has a kind of a unique anodized finish to the spiral fluted barrel. It was like a brass, bronze, copper-ish color.
Fancy color.
Very fanciful. Obviously, that's going to give you increased speed and accuracy, of course. Now, we shot both, and I have to say, while I did enjoy the regular 34 version without the compensator, man, having that on the end is actually life-changing. And this is coming from someone that has shot several different matches with 9mm handguns. It does make a difference. Of course, Shadow System, they've decked it out with their own trigger setup, and they've got their own proprietary red dot mounting solution, so you can use a bunch of different red dots. They've got all the different things like the flared magwell options, your grip stippling, all that good stuff. If you've tried the Shadow Systems Glock clone before, you'll know what I'm talking about. They are definitely awesome and a hell of a lot of fun to shoot. So, extremely excited about that. It's a little loud now. Hey, by the way, if you haven't known, this is Scott from Drop It Like It's Scott.
Aye.
Came across him wildly, randomly. Hoping to check out some new stuff today and see how she does. See how she does.
See how she does.
Number 3. It's going to have to be the IWI Gulag Gen 2. We spent a lot of time at the IWI booth. I'm sure they got sick of us because we went through their booth probably 3 or 4 times on day one. There's a lot of familiar firearms on the table. TS-12 was there. Masada handguns were there. Didn't shoot those. They were interesting, but I had to go with the Gulag.
It's in safe, and you've got one in the chamber, okay?
Copy that. We're safe to shoot on steel?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The first time we went through, Brent actually shot the Gulag. I shot something else that's going to be our number 1 layer, but you liked the Gulag so much, you convinced me that we had to go back through, and I shot it as well.
Plus, I wanted to shoot the thing you shot.
Yes, we like to trade places.
Okay. That'll be okay. That means different things to different communities.
The Gulag AK pattern coming from Israel. Lots of built-in features and improvements from the Gen 1. I'll be honest with you, I couldn't tell you because I've never shot the Gen 1, but I will tell you this. The Gen 2 shot very sweet, very flat. Obviously, you can get in different calibers. You can get 5.56, you can get 7.62, the Lord's caliber for the Russians, of course. Awesome. Awesome. Look at that thing. You got it?
You like it?
I love this
Was
thing.
it everything I promised?
That and much more. Highly recommend it. The Israelis do something right. It seems like when they make something, it's like they are really intending to use it in war. What do you think?
That's a lot of fun. I really like that.
Might have to get one for the
see why
channel.
everybody's so big on those now.
And I gotta say, that's the feeling I got. Do you agree? Well, that was good. Coming at number 2 is going to actually be the Taurus Compact TX22. Just released in January, announced at SHOT Show, and then shortly released afterwards. Comes in at roughly about $399. It's a little bit of a step up from the original full-size TX22. It actually has a lot of different little cuts in the slide, I think to help lighten up the weight, because since it is 22, to help lighten everything up and everything. 13-round capacity versus the full-size has 16 rounds, but you'll notice that the grip is actually a lot smaller. The barrel length is a little bit shorter, about what, an inch, half an inch, something like that?
Something like that.
I've got footage of that as well. Obviously, you can mount a red dot. The one we shot had a red dot on there, and it cycled just fine, which was super awesome, because I know a lot of times with the original TX22, if you tried to put some kind of red dot on there, there was apparently some issues with cycling rounds. Shoots like a dream. Awesome. Very awesome, very compact, obviously. Great training tool. Obviously got your thumb safety. Everything else is there just like before with the full size. It's just a little bit more compact. Very nice to see that they've kind of made some improvements to the design as well as making the compact version. I shot it quite a bit. And
No, you shot my mag. Remember I said take my mag. It's all right.
oh, it was a lot of fun.
Well,
And I had a blast. And I think we're going to have to get one for the channel very soon.
well then I guess I will shoot one.
I guess you will. Number 1. Coming in at number 1 is going to be a gun that is not even out yet. IWI Carmel. Like caramel.
Like from the Bible times.
We got to shoot, yeah. This is a bull.
It really is. That's named after a biblical place. Like
Oh.
for real. Did you know that?
No.
No, really?
I just like caramel ice
and
cream.
I think maybe this is their way of saying they're going to use that to send people to Jesus.
This is a 5.56 bullpup. We've seen those before, like the Tavor, for example, but this one, it's a little bit nicer. It's got a side-folding adjustable buttstock, first of all. You know, with the regular bullpups, you can't make those adjustments. This one, you can. Free-floating chrome-lined, cold hammer forged barrel, obviously a good thing to have. Really cool thing about this handgun, and you'll see it in the footage, is, hang on, before I get that, price point is at $17.99. So considering what you're getting here, I think it's kind of reasonable. Getting a Bullpup 556 IWI, kind of in line with their typical pricing. It does use a short stroke gas piston system, by the way. So it has a lot more reliability. That means you're going to have less gas blowback. So if you choose to put a suppressor or something on the end there, in theory, it should have less gas blowing back on you. And it should help prevent your gun from getting as dirty as what you typically see with like a direct impingement system. When you shoot it, you'll notice on the footage, the barrel itself is actually doing this thing where the brake on there was actually pushing the barrel down away from the handguard. Did you remember that? You know what I'm talking about?
And it's like compensating the shot in
Yeah,
real
crazy.
time. Yeah, the engineering is compensating the shot. It's pretty cool.
The thing was freaking awesome to shoot. I don't know when they're going to come out. They wouldn't tell me that. They don't exactly know exactly when, but the MSRP again, $17.99.
I want one badly.
I think we might have to see how she does.
Yeah, it seems really cool. I actually shot really well with it, and if it can make me shoot well, gosh.
Hey,
Good morning, Scott.
How art thou?
I am good, and thyself?
Thyself is fantabulous.
This is pretty freaking awesome. Kind of a nice little range day to try out all the different products from all these major vendors. We shot SIGs and we shot Gulags and Shadow Systems. I mean, you got to shoot an MP5 full auto, and I got to shoot a HKG 36 full auto. It's been freaking awesome. Highly recommend. If you ever get a chance to come out, highly recommend. That too. Guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video there. Remember, if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Have you ever been to the PSA gathering? Love to hear from you. We will see you next time. Now, with that being said, we're going to move right. I don't know.